Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee Run Live, episode 365. Oh my God, if we went live every single day for a whole entire year, that is how we would get to this number. Yay! I feel like that's a bit of a milestone. Give me a high five when you're coming on. Let me know that you've got me, that it's so exciting, and that you've been enjoying what it is that we've been talking about. So I had a really interesting comment yesterday, which is something that's come up a fair bit over the years, actually, around the way that we look. So one of the big reasons, or one of the big things that tends to hold people back from really stepping into the spotlight, being more visible, is they get worried about the way that they look. Now, it's pretty normal, right? Now, what I'm just going to also do is just pop in the comments here our little link for Video Rockstar. I'm so excited. We're kicking that off on the 23rd, so we've got about 2 weeks until we start that program, or 10 days. Really freaking excited about rolling that out. As you guys may have heard, I've been doing video for a really long time, and there's a lot of things that you can learn. So aside from that, one of the big things that tends to come up for people is that they'll say, oh, I don't like the way that I look on camera, or I don't photograph well, or I'm really unphotogenic, or whatever other thing that they say. And I think the interesting thing about this is that you can still be visible, you can still show up online, and it actually doesn't matter what you look like. I know lots of you think that it does, but it actually doesn't. Now, I tend to go from like one extreme to the other. Some days I'll be all like glammed up with the glitter on the face like yesterday and the red lips and everything like that. And then other days, a bit like today, I've been writing my book this morning. You'll be very pleased to hear. So I've been tapping away the final bits of chapter 5, and good morning, Catherine. And the thing, I guess, like for me, it's like, well, I could go and get myself ready and do whatever, or I can just turn the camera on and just go. And what I've realized over the years is that more and more when we start telling ourselves like, oh, I don't like the way that I look, I don't like my teeth, I don't like my hair, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not muscly enough, I'm whatever it is, like all of the I'm not enoughness, it really undermines your confidence. So one of the things that I want you to consider is this. Number one, your audience don't really care what you look like. It is not going to make it easier for them to listen to you if you are somebody's version of looking perfect, because everybody's version of what looks perfect, what looks polished, what looks professional, what looks sassy, what looks attractive is completely different. We see this happen all the time. Some people are attracted to a certain type of person, other people are attracted to completely different types of people. And I think this is where if we're looking for a reason to not show up, you will always find one. Like it's a day ending in Y. There's not enough time in the day. Bullshit. You can press go. You can go and create something in the space of 2 minutes. It actually does not take long at all. So how do you create the confidence to actually get up and show up? Well, to me, the first thing is you've got to suck it up, princess, and just do it. I was also asked yesterday, do I believe that anybody can actually show up and do this stuff? Can anybody do video? And I said, abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely, you guys can do video. You know, you will probably suck at the start if you haven't done it. I sucked really badly for a really, really long time because I took we didn't have the resources back then in 2010 that we do right now. It's a completely different world. You guys know this. So I sucked for a really long time, and you will probably suck for the first time as well, or the first few times, but then you'll get better. It's the same as anything. You go to the gym, you try doing a dumbbell curl, and you're probably not going to be able to lift very much weights if you haven't been doing it for long. Hey, Geordie. But then as you start to get better, you'll start to notice, oh, look, I can lift more, and then your technique becomes better, and then you master it. So it's all about working and honing your muscle of mastery, which I've actually written about in my latest book, Into the Spotlight, which is still in draft form because I haven't had to hand it into the publisher yet. Which, by the way, check this out. Oh, I can't show you. Contracts are signed. They're sent off. It's actually happening. What? Yay! So excited! So anyway, that's a whole other topic. But that ties into confidence as well, right? Like I've spoken to you a little bit about the grapples that I've had around actually stepping forth and working with a publisher versus doing it myself, right? There's, you still have people on your team to hold you accountable, but actually working with a publisher, it's like, I feel like a proper grown-up author. It's really, although I don't, but you get it, right? So when it comes to confidence, how can you actually create confidence? So number one, we need to really acknowledge that it takes practice. That's the first thing. The second thing is that it doesn't fucking matter what you look like. I've got hair floating up all out of my head today. I haven't got my hair in, so I feel a little bit kind of naked coming to you guys today. It's really weird. But the confidence doesn't come from how other people see you. Confidence actually comes from within. It comes from you actually stepping in and really owning your space and holding that space for people, right? Confidence comes, third thing is like confidence comes from really freaking knowing your stuff. Now, if you've been doing what you do for any length of time, so, for whether you've been studying to learn how to do it, whether you've actually been doing it for more than a year, even 6 months, or even just brand new out of grad school, for instance, you already know so much more than what your audience knows. Okay, you know more than probably 90% of the population in your area of expertise. So that already should give you some confidence that you can get out there, you can show up, you can add value, you can solve problems, and you can do all of the things that you're saying that you need to do. But you've really got to, like, the one of the things that I think you should do is that you've really got to actually look at it quite pragmatically. Yeah, so you can go, okay, well, I've got this amount of experience and I've been doing this for this long and I've got all of this life experience and I've got all of these clients, or I've got one client, or I did this for myself, right? So it's all about you working out what you need in order to bolster your own confidence. For me, some days I really will just be like, I've got to put a face of makeup on, I've got to have my red lips and, show up like a freaking rock star. That's how I actually feel. But then we also know that the people that we really admire, think again, like rock stars, we can see them, musicians and artists, we can see them au naturel, like completely different to the way that we see them on screen or on stage. And it doesn't make us like them any less. It doesn't make us not listen to them. Sometimes how we look can be the thing that creates a pattern interrupt. But just because you might look fabulous, it doesn't mean you've got a brain in between your ears, right? So there's this myth that you've got to be a certain way in order to show up online, to show up on video. There's this myth out there that you've got to have all of this experience and everything else. It's actually not true. You don't need to lose weight. You don't need to put on weight. You don't need to have your hair and makeup done. You could, think about your audience as well. Like if you're a personal trainer or someone in the health and fitness industry, if you were to show up in a singlet that you've just like showing that you've just been working out or training your people, amazing. You might like to wear an off the shoulder sequin number that shows them that you also have this, you love dressing up. It's up to you how you show up, but the way that you look isn't the be all and end all, and it's not actually the thing that you need to do in order to show up. Kind of like in this topic is I always have professional photos taken these days. I also use selfies a lot, as you have seen, but I'll invest in getting some professional photos taken. I had been in business for 5 years before having a professional photo done. So before having a proper professional photo shoot done, I'd been in business for 5 years and I'd already made millions of dollars. Having professional photos does not help you to make money. Having a beautiful fancy website does not help you to make more money. Having this fabulous hair and a great face of makeup or looking a certain way doesn't necessarily help you to make money. The thing that helps you make money, the thing that helps you attract and magnetize clients to you is your level of certainty, your level of volition, your fire, your passion, your sass, your wit, your seriousness, the way that you disseminate information, the way that you can make something that's really complex, super simple. It's you, right? That attracts people to you. It's not how you look, right? It's how you are. It's who you're being. And when you're being you online, you are, or in person or anywhere for that matter, you are automatically going to feed that confidence muscle and have the ability to get out there more, step out there more, and therefore do more things with more people. So that's that. It doesn't matter how you look. So if you've been thinking about Video Rockstar, make sure you get in and jump on that. We've got pre-work going live very early next week. I'm really excited to share it with you. There are some really amazing payment plans in there. It is going to help you with confidence that we've been talking about today. It's going to give you clarity. So you've got an exact, amazing, perfect plan so that you know exactly how to roll out for the rest of this year. So you're going to have clarity on where you're going, how you're going to do it using video. You're going to see how we can bring clients into us, and you're going to see how you can make money. Right? And then everything in between, all of that. So jump into Video Rockstar. The link is in the comments. If you're listening to the audio version of this or on a different platform, the link is nicolamoras.com.au/Rockstar. So my friends, that is what I have for you today. The big thing that you've got to do, if you do nothing else from today, is rip off the Band-Aid, get out there and do it, and trust that your audience will love you for who you are, the best damn version of you, who you are, and you've just got to get out there and make it happen. So get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it, and remember that the world is ready for your brand of awesomeness. I will see you very, very soon.